Hello and good morning. Welcome to the meditation live stream. This is Scott. I hope that you're doing well. Here on my channel, we're working with meditation. We're working with a technique of integration as well with our body, our emotion, our mind, and our relationships. And we use awareness to do so. And over these days of doing live streams, I've gotten into a kind of rhythm, a momentum. And since the beginning of 2026, I've really, even toward the end of 2025, I've really been asking light to come in and help me open up this practice and add more light to it. And the creativity principle, since I'm an artist, is a very unique thing. It's when you're a creative person, you don't really own your creations. They sort of come through us, creative people. And it's very difficult to describe. I've seen so many people try to talk about this. I remember when I was in third grade, I had a teacher that saw that I was a creative person, that I was an artist. And now that I'm older, I'm beginning to see creativity in people. And I don't know how I see it. I don't know how she saw it, my teacher back then. And it just was like a flourishing that had came out of me in the 80s. I remember she let me paint elves and Christmas things on the school windows. It was like several windows where I could create large cartoon elves. I remember I did their hats and their crazy shoes, and it was quite an honor, actually. I felt very special. And I think when you're creative, this is kind of like this dichotomy in us where we're special, but we're also, it's not really something that you can grasp onto. You can't hold on to your creativity. You can't push it this way or that. And so I'm asking that creativity to come into my work here on my YouTube channel. This light, you can see some of my art below if you look in my if you click below the video, you can see a link, and that's my art website, one of my websites. Let's see the things that I've made over the years. And toward the end of 2025, I began to compile work that I've done. I've been pretty prolific over the years. And so I guess if you stay open, you stay working, you stay in that energy, things can come in. And certainly with the way the world is looking lately, with the transformation, sort of like this underbelly of the powerful, sort of like this weird revealing of some kind of shadowy stuff in the world that some people already knew about, for sure, and other people were kind of waking up to. We're like waking up to dysfunction in our leaders, and it's something, I think it's like a movement of energy that is moving through us all in different ways, It's certainly moving through me in my own life, a kind of waking up. I look at things completely differently in the past few weeks, really. Then it's sort of like discovering how the world works, and it sort of breaks an illusion that you may have had in your head. And I'm all for it, really. I would like the truth. I think there are many people that would like to live in a world of truth and justice and so on. Anyway, I could go on by that, but I will not today. This is a book I'm reading from, so I'll read a little bit from this, The Space Between Us by Peter Mitchell. I'm getting to be about halfway through, This is about the awakening between people, the we space. We can personally awaken, but a group can also participate in a field of energy of awakening. And that has been something of interest of mine since way back, about 2008 or 9, I suppose. But let me get into it. I'll read here. So, in recognizing that there is nowhere to go, nothing to strive for, nothing much to do, that we are home just as we are, with our differences, preferences, ways of expressing, that spiritual life really is embracing day-to-day life, the only life we have, with experiences as they come, regardless. Instead of hunting for blissful explosions or reaching out for some special state, excuse me, that who knows, just as well we might be another ego trick. Sharing that realization by being together is relaxing and liberation, allowing each other to be whoever, sharing the profound yet simple wisdom that our individual lives are manifestations from the source that cannot be described with words. That we are deeply connected and that we all add our specific color and value. The support, the friendship, the respect, the humility, the beauty of the group is that it surpasses doubt or cynicism in a split second because of the recognition and mutually experienced memory. And because we read in each other's eyes that we know, that we can trust that there's a whole lot of helping hands. Even though we are continents apart, connected through a communication app, there is always immediate and profound connection in the now. We meet in our realness, the texture of our messy humanity, and there we find a living truth, not a manufactured perfection, but a felt sense of wholeness, a quiet goodness that includes everything just as it is. And I'll stop there today. And so we'll begin now with practice, gently closing your eyes. And some deep cleansing breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Allowing your breath to move through your body like it might want to. Down into your belly, into your pelvic floor, legs and feet. Just dropping distress, tension, resistance on the out-breath, like a dog drops a ball from its mouth. Very good. We'll do 3 more. Allowing now your breath to return to your usual way of breathing. And gently placing your attention on your physical body. Feeling your body in your body with sensations. You can feel the subtle movement, the temperature, tingling, pulsing. Feel your body's contact with the earth underneath you, your connection with the planet. You can begin the process of feeling and softening. On the in-breath, feeling your body. Then on the out-breath, softening and melting down through your body like warm honey deep into the earth. And as you soften and melt down through your body, you can feel cleansing, healing, purifying, making whole as the honey travels down, collecting stagnant energy and any kind of toxins as it pulls that energy down into the earth, where the earth receives that energy and transforms and recycles. Not pushing or pulling or trying to speed anything up. Just feeling kind of a slowness and softness to the work. Good, and then bringing your attention up into your heart, feeling your heart space, the center of your chest. You can imagine as though you're breathing directly in and out of your heart. On the in-breath, feeling your heart. And then on the out-breath, softening and expanding your heart, almost like opening your arms up to embrace the sky with the sun and the moon. Coming in contact with your emotions, you can notice what's present for you emotionally right now. And without making your emotions right or wrong, good or bad, just allowing yourself to feel how it is you're feeling together in the shared space. Human beings are wired with our nervous systems to feel together. So it's important to learn to feel together in a safe way. And you could be feeling any of the 5 main cardinal emotions, like anger, sadness, fear, joy, or shame. And just noticing what it is you're feeling right now. You could also be feeling numb, which is also a valid emotional experience. Very good. And bringing your attention up now into your head, feeling your head on the in-breath, and then softening in and around your skull on the out-breath. You can, if you like, breathe into your third eye space between your eyebrows or your crown, the top of your head, and just feeling and softening in and around your head. And coming in contact with your thoughts, you can notice how busy or active your mind is, and just learning to stay learning to stay disconnected from your thoughts. You're just observing your thoughts, but remaining uninvolved with thinking. So if you notice that you're thinking, that's okay. Just come back to feeling as a remedy. Sometimes when we overthink, we are under feeling. You can always come back to feeling your head, your spine, and your body for grounding and anchoring. And from here, we can spend a little time with our eyes open, gently opening your eyes and keeping your eyes soft, and taking a moment to appreciate the work we did with our eyes closed. And we'll practice now in the relational space of outside and inside. So every relationship has an outside and an inside. And so we'll learn to practice these dimensions. So on the in-breath, feeling around you, outside, and then on the out-breath, feeling inside you, inside. And just practice noticing the distinction between the two. And if you like, you can add in qualities to your practice of love, compassion, gratitude, forgiveness. You can pick one or two. You can pick, like, so let's say love or gratitude. And just practicing sending love, compassion, gratitude, forgiveness on the in-breath around you, kind of like shining like a sun or a moon. And then on the out-breath, feeling love, compassion, gratitude, forgiveness towards yourself, sort of soaking into you, sort of like a water into a sponge. And just practice sending and receiving love, compassion, gratitude, forgiveness. Very good. And then from here we can set our prayers and our intentions for the day. I'll be quiet so that you can do yours. May this work that we do transform our life, offering up healing and blessings, and ripple out into the community. Amen. Thank you for spending time with me. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.